Thursday Night Football, Texans at the Jets, and I know you're not that excited, but I'm telling you right now, there are some angles to make some money, and I'm going to tell you what they are right now. So let's go. If you want all my betting picks and my private Discord, you can grab access for $15 down below. And if you want to use the research site you see me using today, you can grab access for $10 down below. All right, first up, let's look at the money lines. The Jets have a minus 130 average odds to walk away as winners as Thursday night concludes. Hopefully the viewers are Thursday night winners as well, and that's what this video is for. Looking at the quarterback passing yards, I have a couple thoughts, and I actually have a best bet for Thursday Night Football. That's to deal with one of these quarterbacks, not the passing yards market. The Jets are giving up 161 yards passing per game in the NFL this season, and the Texans 162 yards passing per game. Those are the second and third lowest rates in the NFL. CJ Stroud also has no Stephon Diggs for Thursday night and is already missing Nico Collins. Good luck to him. That's an interesting play to take the under on the passing yards, but I'm not doing it just yet. I like it. Short week on the road in New York against the second best pass defense in the NFL. Tough sledding. On the flip side of things, let's look at Aaron Rodgers and his player card. And for the last 6 games, you can see the passing yards have been really good for Aaron Rodgers. A lot of that has to do with a very high pass attempt volume. Last game, only 28 pass attempts, completed 17, and somehow racked up 233 yards passing. That's not the play I'm on. I'm going to save that player card, though, because we're coming back to Aaron Rodgers to look at one of his other player prop markets for my best bet for Thursday Night Football. Now, I'm looking at the rushing yards market because I want to look at Breece Hall and Joe Mixon. And it pays to shop around. Currently, you can grab 59.5 for Breece Hall if you like the over on ESPN Bet. But generally, his line is going to be around 66.5 yards. That line's going to bump quickly. First few viewers of this video, maybe my Discord gets it first. On the flip side of things, Joe Mixon continues to hammer out opportunities and yards. Here's Breece Hall. He's done well the last 2 of 3 games, but before that, honestly, he was barely getting the football. They look like they tried to right the ship and run it a lot more last game, but still not enough carries for the guy. So I'm off all Breece Hall props for this week. Joe Mixon, on the other hand, continues to be an absolute bell cow. Had 4 healthy games this season, 25 plus carries in 3 of them, 102 plus yards in all 4 of 4 games. He's just churning out yards. The best part of this is when you go and look at the Jets defense, yes, they've been decent this season, middle of the road, average amount per game yards allowed on the ground. But when you look at the individual running backs and when you look at the opportunities they're given, any back that's been getting 17, 18 or so carries is getting 97, 120 yards against the Jets and churning them out. I think Joe Mixon is an interesting play. My only concern is the fact that he just had 25 carries 4 days ago. It's a short week. Yes, they're at home, but still a short week on Thursday night. Are they going to give him the 20-plus carries? If he gets his 20-plus carries in this game, and I'm waiting to see what his rush attempt prop is, if he get the high 18.5, 19.5 rush attempt prop, I likely come back to this. I take the over 78.5 rushing yards for Joe Mixon. So stay tuned. Now I've got the Pick'em Optimizer up, and I'm looking at NFL, Houston, and the Jets, and I just wanted a nice broad view, and I can see Prize Picks, Underdog, Sleeper, Better, Dabble, and I'm looking at it. Okay, best play on the board essentially is staring at me in the face. Greg Zuerlein under 7.5 points, kicking points on Prize Picks. If I want to see more for just Prize Picks, I can select the Prize Picks Optimizer itself, and you'll see other players in there right now. But again, I'm just looking for Houston and the Jets, and no, not another play I want to touch. I usually don't touch any of these odds that are under like a minus 130-ish. Let's go look at Greg Zuerlein and his kicking points, and I'll show you exactly why it is a very nice play on the Pick'em apps. So that's the optimizer. I'm going to go over to the NFL player odds, not the Pick'em optimizer, the player odds. And I want to look up the kicking points market. So I select market, kicking points, and there's Greg Zuerlein and Kaami Fairbairn. Now, we only have one data set to compare this for Prize Picks, so that is something to keep in mind here. Greg Zuerlein juiced to the under minus 135 on DK, and when we have a play like that, if Prize Picks is still going to offer it, it's a pretty nice value. I'll tell you right now, though, this play for Kaami Fairbairn is pretty good as well on Better. He's a minus 130 on DK, a minus 132 aggregate odds. That's the average of all of these sports books. Again, you can see minus 133, minus 140, minus 140, minus 135 on Hard Rock, minus 130 Pinnacle, so on and so forth. And then all the way over here, actually, there's some pretty decent plays here on Sleeper. If you like Kyrie Fairbairn over there as a fine option, their multiplier essentially turns into a -123 odds. And then we've got a -122 fixed price over there on Better. If you use it for like a pick 5, add it into an NBA slip tonight, whatever you do. Those are some interesting plays for pick'em. Now, my best bet of the day, and I made you wait for it, and that's fine too, because we had a lot to cover for a Thursday night game that could be a disaster to watch. You've got two teams that are allowing 21 and 22 points per game as well. Neither team gives up air yards, and I think the play is probably just to look at that 42.5 point total and take the under and call it a day. So let me leave that hanging there for you. I think the under 42.5 is probably the best day. I think you could also potentially look at taking a kicker. Maybe you're looking at the team you think moves the ball a little bit more, taking over 1.5 field goals and grabbing the under. I mentioned that for Monday Night Football on my Monday live show, to take both kickers over 1.5 field goals and then take the under for the game. And that ended up being a +600. My friends, you could do the same thing for this game. Take the over 1.5 field goals for both kickers and then take the under 42.5 for the total. And I think you could be in a pretty good spot there odds-wise. We'll take a look at that when the sportsbooks put out the kicker lines for the game. Now, my best bet for Thursday night, I'm going to be real with you. If you stuck around this long in the video, I appreciate you immensely. Thank you for watching. I'm going to give you my best bet now, but I will say this. It is my best bet. Yes, it is. It's my favorite of the slate. But my friends, again, the game total is probably better. This is something I don't even know if I can bet on. It's literally just kind of my favorite play of the game. I said this for Sunday Night Football. I didn't bet on Sunday Night Football, but I said my best bet was CeeDee Lamb to score a touchdown. Well, that's kind of my angle here. I don't know if I'm betting on this game. Not when NBA's in season. When we got garbage Thursday night games, I can fade them and I can play NBA. But my favorite one, if I were to bet on it, and if I do end up betting on it, my Discord will know through the premium picks, is going to be the passing touchdowns market. Aaron Rodgers now is still going to be looking to get Davante Adams a touchdown. I promise you it's happening. I really think it's potentially this week. So the Davante Adams anytime touchdowns, an interesting angle. Aaron Rodgers 2+ touchdowns is an interesting play. And my favorite part is you can get both of those at plus odds. So let's quickly slide back to the optimizer, and I want to show you the odds for those two plays. So I'm going to type in Aaron Rodgers just to keep it quick. And I'm going to go to the passing touchdowns market. There we go. And you can see if you like the over, you're getting a +120 on DK, +125 on Pinnacle. Very nice lines. Now, let me do it live. Let me grab the total touchdowns. I'm going to go, not Aaron Rodgers. We want Davante Adams. And you can see you are getting a +166 on Penny, +150 on FanDuel stateside best odds. I do think there is value there. He's going to score sooner or later. They're going to make it happen. They were looking for him a little bit this past week, and they keep throwing it to tight ends and stuff. So anyway, whether I make it official or it goes to the Discord, that remains to be seen. I've got some time and to make my decision. I hope this video was helpful. I hope I am able to put you in a position to profit for Thursday Night Football on what could be a disastrous game to watch, but hopefully a profitable game to bet on. Multiple angles, quick review. Potentially go to Joe Mixon for his over 78.5 rushing yards if his rushing attempt prop is at like 18.5 or so. We've got the Aaron Rodgers angle where we can take the over 1.5 passing touchdowns at +120. We can always go with Davante Adams +150 and FanDuel for an anytime touchdown. And then, of course, I like the SGP angle of taking both kickers for over 1.5 field goals and then under 42.5 total for about a +600, +700, depending on what the odds are when those come out. But those aren't out yet. I couldn't find it this morning while making my video. That's 4 different angles to look at for Thursday Night Football. I hope it was helpful. I do appreciate you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new, if you're an OG, for liking the video. Do me a massive favor. If you liked this video, this format, like it down below and let me know in the comments. Say, hey, that was a lot of analysis. That really gave me a lot of different angles on the game, and I appreciate that. That's cool, too. I would love to hear back from you. And again, if you need help, link down below. You can get access to all of the VIP picks. There's 15 premium channels, 8+ cappers in there. Lots of W's happening all the time, my friends. Grab that link. And if you want the website, grab that link there too. 2 exclusive YouTube codes down below. Makes it $25 total for the whole month for both products. Can't beat that price. I'll see you tomorrow, though. I'll be back for NBA. Let's get paid.